So it's way too early in the morning. The sun's just coming up, which is how you know it's too early, because Alyssa and I are not morning people. If you know anything about us, not morning people. But today, special occasion. We're going treasure hunting.
What you working on?
I'm making a treasure hunting plan. The reason this is important is you got about 4 hours of sleep, and I'm knocking on 5. So if we don't make a plan, we might get lost. Oh, this is expensive. But it's also exciting.
I know what that is.
Oh yeah. We're gonna unbox this later. This is like a treat. This will keep us motivated today. It'll keep us awake, because when we get home, we get to take these sweet babies out of the box.
Heck yeah. First up, get the monies. We don't need $20 cash in fist. We're thinking more like, well, how much does the bank have?
Benjamins. We need Benjamin. How much does the bank have?
Oh yeah. Oh no, we have 22 minutes.
We're 22 minutes behind.
How to know you found the estate sale. Somewhere in this heap of treasures are a bunch of timber framing chisels and other tools. So we've been sitting here for, I don't know, 20 minutes or so.
So they said, just go to estate sales. You'll find cheap tools, they said. But what they don't tell you is how time consuming this entire process is.
Desperate times calls for desperate measures. We're leaving pizza box notes.
This is high tech. Pay attention, folks.
So what?
So, hashtag when people don't take their ad down on Craigslist and they get mad when you show up at their estate sale. Like, what are you doing here? It's like, well, you put an ad on Craigslist. Well, it's not this weekend. Well, then take your stupid ad down, people.
Did you ask her about the chisels and the timber framing
stuff? I gave
stuff?
her our number. She's like, I don't know what you're talking about. My husband deals with that stuff. So, real grouchy type.
Yeah.
Anyways. Trowels. We have all the sheetrock stuff. We have a shaper. I already have one of those. We want to get Alyssa's 5-minute reaction.
Somewhere in all of this, we found something that we might be able to use one day.
A blade for the saw. Maybe. We haven't bought it yet. We'll see how they haggle and barter. Wait, I should get in line and we'll all like haggle and barter over this blade.
Do I get a $20, $25,
$25, $22, $50, $23, $50, $22, $20.
I almost need this for the garden, almost. So we drove a couple 100 miles.
Well, it's about 120 so far. We got about 40 more to go.
$5 and coffee.
$5 and coffee. We got up at 5:45 a.m. No, we got up at 6:15, but we've been awake for a long time.
This is perma-grumpy, and we got a $5 used blade.
I got a used blade for $5.
Yard sailing.
Oh wait, and we ran into a subscriber. If you're watching this video, you know who you are. Hi! Alright, so we didn't start this morning with the intent of yard sale bashing. That wasn't our goal. But we did kind of already have that notion, and unfortunately, well, you see what's happening. Alright, so estate sailing didn't go exactly as planned, and Alyssa and I are now ready to reveal our amazing timber framing chisels. We have them set out to enjoy. Pick your weapon. Choose wisely, and you can't have the slick. Because there's only one, and that's not fair. Pick your weapon.
I'll take the 2-incher.
2-inch? I'm feeling brave. I'm going with 1.5 inches.
So, you said you can shave with this? Does that mean I could stop using like all these dehydrating soaps?
If I find this in the shower, I'm gonna be like, what's going on in here, right?
Should we try?
Hold on, let's give her a shot.
Wait, I don't want them to see how pasty my legs are.
I'm gonna trim the forest.
Okay.
Maybe we should try my face when we're done.
Right?
We'll try my face. So we have been looking for chisels for over 2 years, and we've stumbled on some at like garage sales and estate sales, but they're usually in pretty poor condition.
Crusty is a good word.
Crusty is a good word. Icky poo. And so, because of time and circumstance, we decided to invest in a set of really nice chisels from a company called Bar Tools. These babies are made in my hometown. Oh, whoops. Did I hit in the face with that? Sorry.
It's okay.
So we got 2-inch chisels, a set of them, and 1.5-inch chisels, a set of those. And we bought one 2.5-inch slick. This thing is a beast. You can work out with this sucker.
Oh yeah, this will totally make your forearm
She's a big
sore.
guy, yeah. The handle isn't quite attached right. I think we have to trim that down because these are socket type chisels. Very, very nice quality.
Did you say this was called a Fat Boy?
I think it's called a Fat Boy, which is politically incorrect. It should just be called a Size Challenge Slick. I think what we're looking at here, I don't know if you can see that sheen difference. I know there's a difference in grind, but I'm wondering if they didn't forge on a different type of steel here on the tongue. I don't know from reading their website if that's something they did. It makes sense because a lot of times I think they use a softer steel for the sharp edge than they do for the handle portion.
I'm excited to try these. I had my first chiseling experience with our timber frame battery box and it was okay, but I think when you don't have good tools or you don't really know, you don't know if it's you or the tool. So this will rule out the possibility that it's a tool. Feels pretty good, so I'm really excited to put this to work and hopefully it'll cut straight. I mean, if it cuts straight, I'm pretty happy.
How does it fit your hand?
You know, I guess I don't know. I don't have experience with these, so I can say, oh, it fits great, but like I don't have experience, so.
Well, I guess if you end up with a lot of calluses, we'll know it didn't fit well. It sure looks like it fits good though. They do offer this leather sheath to put the chisels in, which isn't included with the chisels, and it sure seems like a really wise idea for something as precise and as sharp as these. Keeping them protected seems like a no-brainer. I'm kind of sad. We got to find a way to protect them over time, because even the handles and everything, we don't really want these to get dinged up, and we don't have any way to do that right now. So hopefully we'll find some sort of like a leather sheath or something that we can roll these up in. Maybe if you guys have a really great suggestion, or if you have a really favorite protecting pouch for your chisels, let us know. We'll keep our eye out for one.
I think it'll be interesting at the end of this home build to see what tools we have in our collection. I think we have this idea that we're gonna buy a lot of things secondhand, but then there's a lot that we do end up buying new, and for very good reason.
Yeah, it was.
Of these tools.
I'm not gonna lie, it was hard to pull the trigger on this purchase. I mean, I don't know why I felt what I did. I just felt like that's a lot of money for a tool. But I guess one thing that's really clear from our tools in the past is that they don't really lose their value, first of all, because it's a tool. It's not like a $900 Disney World vacation where once it's gone, and you're never gonna get it back. It's kind of this battle between budget and quality. I don't care who you are or how much money you have. And so Alyssa and I...
And availability.
Yeah, time.
That's a pretty big one.
Yeah, we have this like triangle that Alyssa used to use in graphic design. It says you can have 2 of 3 things, good, fast, or cheap. And we're not trying to be cheap, and the reason that we're trying to be patient, so this is the time, right? Time or money, it's always one or the other. Think of it this way, we wasted like 5.5 or 6 hours this morning going to defunct estate sales.
If you want to put that in terms of money, our time's worth a lot, if you want to put an hourly rate on it.
Yeah, so technically,
how much time or money did we waste in that venture alone?
I mean, honestly, 2 people for 6 hours, that's probably the value of these chisels, in all honesty. We want to help share this adventure so you get some context. And so we have some tools that we have from previous estate sales and garage sales to share with you.
Where did they go?
Zinzao.
Oh.
I know, right? These ones and these ones. Okay. Coming down.
Yep.
Okay.
Gymnastics finished.
Oh, sorry, didn't get it.
It's okay.
I didn't get your dismount.
It's okay.
That's like the best part.
Do it again later.
Dun, da, da. Okay, So these, I'll show you in a little bit better detail, but this is kind of an example of some of the things that we have found at garage sales and estate sales. Now, we're not bashing on those, although yesterday was definitely a bad experience. But like this guy, he's a good looking chisel, kind of a slick, got a really long blade. But if you look closely, this is just, it's got a curve to it, it's dinged up. Of course, the whole blade's rusted. That just needs some restoration, got it. Handle, it leaves a little to be desired. You know, it's kind of a crude looking handle. So you can find things like this, and I think we probably paid maybe, I don't know, $5-10 for it.
I think you mentioned that it could be a fun project to restore a lot of these tools, but we're hoping to build our house this year, and we don't want to spend all our time looking for these antique tools. And
I think it's a good hobby side project.
Yeah.
Tool restoration, it's therapy. But when you're trying to build a house, you can either build a house or you can restore tools, but good luck trying to do both, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So this is kind of a cheaper cast steel 2-inch chisel. Looks like it's of course been pounded on a little bit. Which one is it? This one. It looks like somebody's been pounding on the side of it right there. So, I mean, you're gonna find damage to a lot of these tools. Now here's a little bit nicer chisel set, and Alyssa actually got to use this on our timber frame battery box, and they're a nice socket style chisel. Nice little guys. They've got nice beveled edges. They're very sharpenable. They've got a nice sharp straight square corner on them. These worked pretty good. Like Alyssa said, it's hard to tell if it's the operator or the tool.
Right, but these are nowhere near big enough for timber framing.
Well, these are more like, yeah, cabinetry or small woodworking chisels, and we were using these to cut some timber frame joinery.
Yeah.
I mean, set that guy over here and look at
Look at the difference in that. This one will eat this for breakfast.
So here's an 1.5-inch chisel. Hold on, to back up. There we go. So yeah, a little bit different in size. There's actually another popular YouTuber out there who's been doing this kind of toolkit project, which is really cool because what he's showing is how to buy tools that everybody can buy. We can buy them at market. Whereas if you try to show people how to get super antique-ish tools, like I think this says DR Barton 1832, if you could find another one of these, good luck. They're really hard to duplicate. And so another reason why going this route was really important for us is we're trying to share our journey, and the average folk can actually go buy these exact chisels from the Bard Tools family. Really nice folks. And they're super high quality tools that are gonna last generations. It would be our dream that these tools could build more than one home.
Heck yeah.
We don't plan on just, you know, building a house and then tossing them in the toolbox and let them turn into this icky thing. And then later, what we'll do is we'll have a pathetically bad estate sale,
right,
and we'll sell them for way too much money. We are super excited to be using these at the timber frame workshop that we're attending, not this coming week, but the following week. And we're going to make a best effort to film as much of that as we can. We're students at the workshop, not filmmakers. So we're gonna do the best we can, and we'll hopefully get some videos to share with you guys what that experience is like. Ginger tells us these are sharp out of the box.
Let's see if Ginger's lying.
Test. I brought
Just kidding.
this.
We don't think you're lying, Ginger.
Ridiculous. Ginger, tell the truth. No, this is a ridiculously dry block of Doug fir timber. So let's just see. This is left-handed too. Oh, can I just say something about timber framing and why it's done with green wood?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So let's put something to rest for once. Okay, this sucks. It's not because of the chisel. Let me tell you why this sucks. For those folks out there who can't or don't have experience with timber framing, the answer is yes, timber framing is done green. Part of the reason why is because green timber is easier to work with. That's only part of the reason. The other main reason is because people in the 1400s didn't have kilns. I know, right? They had trees and they cut them down and made houses out of them.
Like today, not like in 2 winters, like today.
They didn't quite have infrared back then, if you know what I mean. Or what is it? They used something, microwaves. That's how some of these kilns, that's the only way to get these trees dry is a microwave, right? Like mac and cheese microwave. Anyway, so they didn't have kilns, and here's the secret. You don't dry the house super fast. You don't superheat it. Like modern homes, when you build the house, you go in, you crank the thermostat, kaboom, she's warm, right? You don't do that with a timber frame. You dry it slowly over a couple or 3 years. That way you don't get a tremendous amount of checking. Like, as you can see on the end of this and on the side, those are checking cracks. If you dry a timber super quick, you'll get excessive checking. And it doesn't really weaken the timber, but it can be kind of ugly. If you want to learn more about timber framing in general, we highly recommend this book. It's been extremely helpful for us, mostly because it's really easy to understand and there's lots of photographs. It's well illustrated. So if it's something you're interested in, give this guy a look. We'll include a link to this in the description below. All right, so I've chosen a different spot. You can tell, gosh, I need to find a better ergonomic position.
Part of it is we don't have a good spot to do this on either.
What are you talking about? My workshop is good and stable.
Yeah, got our workstation.
Sorry, I haven't had a YouTube channel long enough to have a really beautiful workshop.
Yeah.
One of these days.
Oh, we'll have it with time.
I'm hoping that for Christmas. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so let's just see if we can get some shavings off of this guy. So if you can shave really dry, see, you can tell I'm not even shaving that, like it's just splintering, right? And that's because the wood's just trying to splinter. So green wood would be less likely to do that because I would be able to go across the grain a little bit and not end up with splintering. I'm choosing an edge and I'm trying to just put a bevel. Let's see if I can bevel this. Look at how that's just splintering. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
I love the curl.
Ooh. That's what you want. That's what every woodworker's dream is. The curl. Ooh, look at this. My, your wood is curly. Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. Ooh. Wow. Part of this is operator too, you know that, right? Oh gosh. Oh, can I get to the end? Hold on, I have to show them. Wowza.
That's pretty nice.
It's pretty good. A plane could do better, but that's not bad for my chisel. I could do this all day. Do we want to do something else?
Maybe.
I'll probably, oh wait, hold on. Stay tuned. Oh,
that's pretty good.
Failed. That was a good one though. Good. Okay, so the answer is they're sharp. Actually, can you get close enough to see the micro bevel on there? Can you see that? It's like a little shiny edge.
Yep.
Whew. We're gonna have a hard time getting that as sharp. In fact, we're actually gonna learn to sharpen these at the workshop. So I think we're gonna hold off playing with them too much. But Ginger says they're sharp. Since we're at tool stuff, we're talking about tools, we have been waiting to unbox and open a box that a subscriber sent to us, a super generous soul, and we wanted to share with you what was in that box. It's pretty exciting. So he sent us a couple of hand saws. This one looks to be a crosscut saw, but it's got really long teeth on it. So it's a mover and a shaker. I don't know, it looks like maybe 5 teeth per inch. This thing looks like it'll just go crazy. Kind of excited to try that. We'll try it in just a second.
I like the handle's orange.
Yeah, it's got a bright orange handle. I don't know, and way to go. I mean, this blade.
Ooh, wow.
She's straight.
Wow.
So you know if I cut crooked, it's me.
Right?
Not the saw. All right, and then look at this thing. Holy cow. This looks a lot like the other crosscut saw we have. The one we have is actually a 2-person saw. It's big. I think we have a link to that. Should we link to that video? We did a video on saws.
Yeah.
It's not as good as our new videos.
These saws are so
Just
pretty.
Watch it anyway.
Like, I love the tooth pattern. I mean,
right? So what's this called?
It's
called the gullet. That's where you put ice cream. Down in the gullet.
I'm familiar with that.
Yeah, that's one you know. So yeah, so this one's also a crosscut saw, but it's a 1-man. Like you could put it on your backpack. I'll bet if this were good and sharp, you could probably almost keep up with a chainsaw.
We should test it one day.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe when I'm feeling better.
Yep.
So, super cool. So these teeth up here in the front are to help you get started, right? That's so you can get it started, but you'll notice that none of the other teeth are 5 or 6 in a row. So let's just try it out. What do you think?
Yes.
Should we give it a test? Let's just do more damage.
We should let Alyssa test it.
Oh, you want to do Alyssa test?
Yep.
Okay, all right, we'll switch up.
So I really just want to test out my new gloves that aren't like crusty and rusted. Aren't these pretty? These aren't for dirty work.
This is how you get people to work. You just buy them new
Right?
gloves. Like,
I don't get a lot of luxuries in life, so
Yeah.
I try to take what I can get. New gloves.
Let me feel them. What is this? Is
Pretty
this
nice.
like, oh, it's like deer skin or something.
I could have got like
Ooh, what does
dirt
that
colored
say?
ones. I
What does
don't
that
know.
say?
Goat skin.
Oh, it's goats. Poles, little poles.
Poles?
Yep. There you go. Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
Mr. M. Thank you.
for the
Big
tools.
thank you from both of us.
We got to wrap this video up because it's about to drown us.
Oh,
like,
it is.
like Noah's flood style. That's what's been happening here lately. Very little warning, and it's like an inch deep. All right, so here's the deal. Thank you, Mr. M, for the tools. And if by some chance you folks out there have tools that are just sitting on a bench, you're not using them, we're not asking for charity. But if you would like to see those tools put to work, help us build a house, and hopefully get passed on to somebody else building a house, we have a page for this entire build called our debt-free homepage. We'll link to that below. There's information there on how to get a hold of us. We'd like to ask that you kind of let us know what those tools are before you send them. That way we can make sure we can actually put them to use. So get a hold of us on that page. You know where these saws are gonna go?
The Wall of Fame.
On the saw wall. We'll call this Gullet. We'll just name him Gullet. If I say go get Gullet,
Yep.
that's what I'm talking about. And if I call this guy Orangey, hey, go get Orangey.
Aw, Angie.
Yeah, Orangey. I'm kind of sad
Why?
because I didn't get to fly the drone at all in this video.
It's pretty windy.
True, and it's raining.
Maybe soon.
I'm just sad. Anyway. What the heck? What's that doing in here?